Good morning. This is Natalie's Sunday off, and so I will be sharing with you a meditation. Some of you are very familiar with this. We've done it here before. The Tower of Light meditation. And as I share this with you in first person, I ask that you close your eyes and follow along as if you are saying this and experiencing this personally. As these words come, slowly and carefully, I gently direct my body and my thinking to now calm down as I draw a gentle, deep breath. Breathe and release it slowly. Feel the calmness. With every passing moment and every word, I relax deeply and deeper until I feel completely at ease. I pretend everything around me helps me to relax. If there are sounds around me, above me, or below me, they only remind me of how good I feel. I imagine I sit in the most comfortable and supportive chair. Any moment, I will draw and release another gentle breath. As I release it, I will decide to relax twice as deeply. I can feel myself entering a deep and powerful meditative state of mind and body. It is a wonderful feeling, so I let go and allow myself to go there. As I do, it becomes so easy for me to imagine pictures in my mind. I imagine I am walking along a cobblestone path, winding through a beautiful lush forest. Tall trees surround me with signs of friendly wildlife everywhere. I picture crossing a sturdy stone bridge that passes over a gentle stream of clear, sparkling water. On the other side of the bridge, I step out into a large open meadow full of tall and big sunflowers that reach up happily toward the sky. I see ahead at the top of a hill a majestic tower. The tower, as it reflects the sun, seems to glow with pristine splendor. Vibrant green grass circles the tower as wild peacocks graze. I notice a pair of large, heavy oak doors at the base of the tower, which open on their own as I approach them. I am in a trance as I pass through the doors. I see a spiral staircase leading up, and I imagine climbing its stone stairs, up and around, up and around. As I climb, I notice the painted inner walls of the tower turning from deep blue violet to a royal blue. And as I climb higher, more up and around, I notice the walls becoming lighter and brighter as I start to feel lighter and brighter. As I near the top of the stairway, I see a magnificent door embossed with an unusual symbol etched in pure and solid white gold. It is the symbol for my highest conception of my higher self. Thinking about this symbol in this way grants me access to all the thoughts and feelings it represents, which are associated with my higher self. Take a moment to picture the embossed symbol on the door. My concentration on the symbol causes it to glow. Then the door magically opens and the light spills into the stairway. Finally, I walk through the door and onto the stone tower rooftop. I am greeted by dazzling golden sunlight, so bright it takes a while for my eyes to adjust. As they do, I begin to sense a loving presence on the tower rooftop with me. I see nothing, but I can feel the presence all around, and it is very powerful. I can feel waves of compassion and kindness and unconditional true love penetrating my whole being. This presence is strong and protective and gentle and nurturing. It is the presence of my higher self. It is real and it knows me personally and intimately. I look for the source of the presence, but I see no one. However, I do notice how the sun shines directly overhead so brightly that I have to avert my eyes. Instead, I look at how much it illuminates everything around me. As I continue to search for the source of the presence, I feel certain there is a being here with me. It is very close, so very close, as if I am bathed in the very presence of love. It carries with it the feeling that I am treasured, appreciated, and deeply cared for. Somehow I know this presence wants the highest experience of joy for me. It is a presence that washes away sorrow, anger, fear. And instead, I feel joy, lightheartedness, and optimism. I seem to know how much this presence finds me deeply beautiful and special in every way, in every sense. And I know how this is based on absolute truth. As I look down at my hands and arms, I see my upper limbs are radiant with light and depth. It magnifies my experience so much, I feel I can see the very atoms of my body. And at the very center of each atom are tiny points of the brightest white light that both absorb and reflect light all around. I know that it is from within these tiny points this presence flows. Yes, the source of the living presence of my higher self lives outside and inside of me at the same time. This means it's always with me. There's never a time I am truly alone. The times I thought I was most alone, the presence of my higher self was there, even when I could not see it or feel it. And it will always be there because it is the very source of my being. I'm never separate from it in any time. We are one. The living presence does not demand or expect anything from me, but its very presence transforms me into a better person in every way. I have only to realize love is here right now. As I increasingly acknowledge its strong presence in my life through simple awareness, I draw on its power to heal me, to help me, and to express joy and manifest prosperity in ever greater measure. The more I recognize the living presence of love on a daily basis, the more it finds clear expression in me and through me. As I look over the tower and the surrounding lands below, I see the tops of trees, the green meadows, and the valleys. I see the roads that lead into towns and cities, rivers and mountains in the distance. The sun shines warmly on all the lands below, which represents the landscape of my everyday life and world. I am ready to return to the land below, refreshed and invigorated. I can return to the top of the tower anytime I wish to remind myself of the presence of my higher self. Even as I go back through the door that closes behind me and I begin to descend the spiral staircase, I feel the presence of my higher self coming with me. I walk down the staircase. I feel myself going down and down and around again. The stone stairs and the walls go from a bright royal blue to a deep blue violet until I reach the bottom where the floor is an earthy stone brown. This does not dampen my spirit because the presence of my higher self is within me even in my ordinary world. I finally reach the bottom step and leave this majestic tower of light, knowing I may return any time I like. I walk down the hill that brought me here and feel the solid ground beneath my feet. Now I am ready to return to my everyday life and the tasks I want and need to accomplish. My higher self is here to help me do them successfully. Now, as I count to 5, I lightly direct my mind to return completely to the everyday of thinking and feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This meditation is completed.
But yeah, so just try to remember to softly think.